Hello. Today we're going to look at 3 chapters, but they're all sandwiched together. Actually, they're like 2 pieces of bread and jam in the middle, except they're more like a piece of bread in the middle and jam on the outside. Because in chapter 2 and chapter 4, you've got forward-looking vision. He's lifting up his eyes to the last days, or in that day, whereas in chapter 3, he's looking at in this day. It's a vision of the future that is glorious. The famous words, they will beat their swords into ploughshares and their spears into pruning hooks, are found in chapter 2. In chapter 4, he's looking to a time when the mount of the Lord will again be glorious. The glory will reside over it. But in the present, there's a lot of woe. Why is this? Why can't Isaiah's vision of a world at peace with itself be a present reality? Isaiah appeals strongly in verse 5. Come, O house of Israel, let's walk in the light of the Lord. But the problem is that human sin rebels against God in that day, in this day, in all days. And therefore, the reason why we don't have a world that fulfills Isaiah's vision is because people turn away from the Lord. The nature of sin is deviation. It's to rebel. It's to fall short of the glory that God holds out for us in the prophetic promises of his word, day after day after day. And therefore, instead, what Isaiah turns to in chapter 3 are a series of woes, bewailing the present situation that's come about as a direct result of people saying no to God. The first thing, which might be a bit surprising, is that as the people had abandoned God, God abandoned the people and gave them over to superstition. The land became full of all kinds of superstitious beliefs and practices, and the people loved it. But God said there will be a day of judgment. They should go into the rocks and hide before the wrath of the Lord that was coming. The day when he would visit, when he alone would be exalted and the pride of men would be brought low. In Isaiah's day, the result would be social disruption. All the main characters who played a leading role in Israel's society would be removed. God was about to remove food and water, the hero, the warrior, the judge, the prophet, the soothsayer, the elder, the captain of 50, the man of rank, the counselor. Instead of having seasoned leadership, they would have children leading over them. It was a mark of judgment that men would have to go to war and would lose their lives. And as a result, society would be greatly weakened. It tells us that 7 women will take hold of one man and say, we'll eat our own food and provide our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace. That's chapter 4, verse 1. But Isaiah says it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't, and it won't be this way, because in the latter days, God will raise up a branch, a righteous branch. It will be beautiful. He's speaking about a messianic era when Jesus and his people are reunited, walking in love and in harmony. And it's a picture for us in the church today. It reminds us that we live between the promise and the fulfillment. Jesus has come and he's coming again. For the meantime, people will rebel, but we have this hope and this confidence, not only in the resurrection, but it will be a glorious resurrection. The picture that Isaiah leaves his hearers with is one of a new exodus, with God coming and leading his people through the wilderness of this world to the glory that is to come. There will be a shelter and a shade from the heat of the day, and a refuge, a hiding place from the storm and from the rain. And those who trust in Jesus Christ have a refuge and a shelter, whatever the weather, whatever events we go through. He will take us safe through this world and bring us to the other side.